what to do with 100k or more. Basically, if you have a lump sum coming through the doors financially, what should you do with it? What
Very
could you do
exciting.
with it? But it's true, there's so many options. That's those three words you use: sensible, logical, rational. But there is also the emotional piece as well, which I think is often neglected. And this is why there's different people doing different levels of things with money. Getting to the point of having 100k is definitely not, or more, is definitely not beyond the realms of possibility whatsoever. And it's how I was able to get started investing in property when I was first starting out in this world of investing, is by trading up my account and then using it for property.
That is amazing.
I think if you believe you can't, then you can't. And that is a weird mindset thing. It's kind of the Yoda thing, right? And there is no try, there is either do or do not. And I think if you're trapped in a mindset of that's never going to happen for me, this is my lot in life, nothing can change, I can't do anything, then you're never going to do anything. Hello everybody, and welcome to the STARTrading podcast with me, Lewis.
And me, Sophie.
And today we're going to be talking about what to do with 100k or more. Basically, if you have a lump sum coming through the doors financially, what should you do with it? What
Very
could you do
exciting.
with it? Yeah.
But is it relatable, Lewis?
But is it relatable? The debate of the morning. So I think to some people it is not relatable. It's hard to believe that they could get to that point. But we do know that with trading, it is totally possible in a few short years to get to that point. Again, it all depends on your starting place. But if people want to go and listen to our season 1 episode on compound interest, you can see how your trading account. I think I thought a pussycat. Is that the right one? Anyway, so just go to that episode and you can see how we can take a small amount of money and grow it quite exceptionally. So getting to the point of having 100k is definitely not, or more, is definitely not beyond the realms of possibility whatsoever. And it's how I was able to get started investing in property when I was first starting out in this world of investing, is by trading up my account and then using it for property.
That is amazing. And it is a bit mind-blowing. Like, if you've been in a job for years and years and years, you've got a capped income, you've got a spare few £100 at the end of the month, you can't even imagine having 100 grand or 200 grand at any point in your life.
Yeah.
And is that also like a kind of mindset thing, like a kind of limiting belief? Could anyone actually do it?
I think if you believe you can't, then you can't. And that is a weird mindset thing. It's kind of the Yoda thing, right? And there is no try, there is either do or do not. And I think if you're trapped in a mindset of that's never going to happen for me, this is my lot in life, nothing can change, I can't do anything, then you're never going to do anything. But you can choose to do something different no matter what your starting position is. I mean, there's enough testimonials, I'm not talking about just trading testimonials, but of people in the worst, most difficult situations in life. And I often think about single parents, to be honest, because I do not understand how single parents make life happen positively for them. Because being a full-time parent, or being both parents and then trying to put food on the table, like, that is an incredibly hard position to be in. And there's still plenty of those types of people in very tough situations, and tougher than that, who manage to turn their life around financially. So if they can do it, we can. And I don't come from that hard a background. We've all got our difficulties, we've all got our challenges, but anybody can do it. And I do think it comes down to a choice. Do I believe that it's maybe easier for certain people to make that choice? Yes. Does that mean I think there's people who can't make that choice? I don't think I do believe that. And I just don't want to believe that either, because I believe in empowering people. And if I allow that belief to be in my brain, then that automatically disempowers me to be able to empower other people. Yeah,
love that. So if you're listening and you're thinking, I could never get my hands on 100k, just message us. Get on Forex in 5.
I think you've just told people we're going to give them 100k.
We're not. We're going to show them how. And we're going to be like, yes, you can.
Yeah, totally.
Because you've got a method where if you start and you keep going, eventually, you can double your account in a year.
Yeah.
That compounds,
Yeah.
You could have 100k within a few years. You actually could.
Yeah, you just need to get that skill set in place. Yeah. And that is the primary thing, is the skill set. But part of the reason we want to do this podcast is because we're both now, after years of kind of doing this wealth creation thing, at the point where we're starting to see those sums of money kind of appear and come through the door, and we don't really know what to do.
No.
No, we're like, what do we do now that we've got this happening? And do we want to reinvest it? Do we want to enjoy it? Do we want to just stick it into our homes and make our homes super pretty and lovely, which feels like a waste to me if that's all I did with the money. Although it would be lovely. I do have a big extension I want to do.
Yeah.
But what are the options? What can we do? There's just so many.
Yeah, I mean, there's sensible, logical, rational. Like if you asked a financial advisor, they would say, have a savings pot, have an emergency fund, diversify your investments, right?
Yeah.
And then just do that. But that's a bit boring, isn't it? Like we want to see Taylor Swift.
We want to see Taylor
Adele
Swift.
before she finishes music.
Yeah. We want to see them together in the same room, and we're going to pay for them to meet up.
Should we just do that?
Should we just do that? Yeah. Do you think we can get away with that?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's true. There's so many options, and I like those three words you use: sensible, logical, rational. But there is also the emotional piece as well, which I think is often neglected. And this is why there's different people doing different levels of things with money, because I'm not someone who's motivated necessarily to just make more money, make more money, make more money, make more money. That's not really my thing. I want to make more money to a certain point to have a particular type of lifestyle and a particular type of freedom and a particular type of peace. So my tendency with, say, 100K is to do things which are going to build peace for me and future peace as well. And then future passing on of that financial peace to kids, which does tend to lead to making a decision about some form of property investment for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think with any sum that you're going to invest, some of it should be fun money. Some of it could be Taylor Swift or a spa day or a boat or something
not
like that.
Not a spa day for me.
I know, not a spa day for you. I'll go on the spa day, you get the boat.
Yeah, done.
But massages are so good.
Yeah, they are, yeah. But they're also done in 45 minutes and then I can leave the spa.
Yeah. But yeah, I think sensible investments that, property, you're always going to get capital appreciation on. You're hopefully going to get a recurring income from. There's quite limited amount in England, so it's good to have. And you can do different strategies with it as well.
Yeah.
You can flip properties. You can BRR, which is like buy, rent and refurb and then refinance.
Yeah.
So you can add value, double the value, take it out, flip it. There's so many things to do in property. And
everything you just said there is great, logical, rational, sensible. But emotionally for me, I just go headache, hard
Not
work.
fun.
Not fun.
Yeah.
And so that's why I start shying away from it. And all of those strategies are brilliant. But again, you kind of need to know what you're doing, right? Because otherwise you could just completely waste that money. There's plenty of stories I know of people who get some inheritance money, which is maybe 100K, maybe more. And they think, right, I'm just going to go and do property. I'm going to go and do a flip deal. And then guess what happens to that money? They start whittling it away. They don't actually do a good job of the flip or the process of property investing. And they lose it. And it goes to somebody else. Yeah. And you can get a project manager or you can get someone who's done it. They've got all these successful stories on social media of all these amazing flip deals and BRRs they've done. But actually a lot of these people are recycling money from one investor to the next. Yeah. So again, I think you need to get the knowledge first, empower yourself with knowledge first. Maybe start by refurbing a little flat, getting to know the builder and then getting a bigger job and then just not going all out in your first one. Yeah. I think one of the things which I'm sometimes tempted to do with the money, but I would be shot by my other half if I did it, was set up another business. But that's because I love business. Even though I know it's hard work and it's difficult and it can be stressful and all of those things, I love it. Yeah. And I want to do things which are going to help people and benefit people. And a good way to do that is through business. Yeah. And unfortunately, 100K isn't really enough to set up a long-lasting charity, generally. Not with the level of impact that I'd want to have. But you could get others to join, perhaps. Yeah, but then you are running a business, which isn't profitable. Yeah. But I like what you said, actually, because it is a great way to add value to your money. Yeah. Like we've done it twice now where we've started a business from scratch and then we've sold it for a lot of money over the course of 3 or 4 years. So it is a really good way of starting, building. The amount of value you can add to a business in the first 2 years is immense. Yeah. So if you like building businesses, yes, And it is a good model as well.
Yeah.
So join us on the next podcast for how to build and sell a business. No, we're not doing that. But yeah, but there is a lot of hard work that goes into that as well, like a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And I think people underestimate that as well.
And if you reach year 2, 3 or 4, you've already surpassed 80% of people who have failed within their first year of business.
Yeah.
So to build that and for it to be profitable enough for someone to want to buy it is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we still don't really know what we want to do with that kind of summer money. I want to hear from other people, I think.
Yeah.
What would they do?
Yeah.
We actually did ask on our socials, on the old social media, what people do. I got a few different responses. One person said, pay to do Lewis's training. I was like, cool, let's do that. Which is, again, it's a good way to go, right? I'm a big believer in education.
Yeah.
So if I was going to be going after something new to do with my money that I'd never done before, I would 100% get a mentor. And I would use some of that money.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting a mentor is like fast forwarding yourself because you're getting all their knowledge really quickly from all their past experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one of them. Another one of them was just use it in your trading account, make even more, which is very true. Now, the reason why I would add some caveats into that, or just some realism into that, is every single person has got different emotional states around different sums of money, or internal emotional barriers with certain sums of money. So if you have never traded before and you all of a sudden have £100,000 in your account, that's going to feel uncomfortable. Like for most people, it's going to feel very uncomfortable. And if you've traded that account up from 1,000 all the way up to 100,000, then you're going to be in a better position to handle that. But you still may have a natural stopping point where, like, I don't really want an account bigger than that. And then you would then look to diversify outside of that. But you could be making 100 grand every year from your trading if you had 100 grand in your account, which is very exciting. Some of the best traders I know, that's what they do. They have a set account figure, and then whatever they make growth on that account, let's say it's 50 grand, whatever. So if they make another 50 grand profit, they'll take the 50 grand out and they'll go and spend that and enjoy that and do what they want to do with that.
Yeah.
And then they will start again the year with that original 50k and they'll go from there.
Nice.
Which is a really good way to do it. Really, really good way. And yeah, I think that was 2 of the answers I got. Someone else who said just buy property.
Yeah, everyone for me said property, but I'm in that world.
Yeah, exactly. And that is one way to do it. Someone said about business as well. ChatGPT said some very boring things based on what a financial advisor would say. But there was one thing actually which I will say, which I think is really good, that ChatGPT said, is if you do come into a sum of money like that, whether it's inheritance, whether it's for your trading, whether you've built and sold a business, if you do have high interest debt, pay it off.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
Always. Yeah,
that is the best thing you could do. And maybe that's because I'm a big believer in financial peace. And so that's a very good way to start establishing financial peace.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but don't spend it all up the wall having just fun.
No.
Because you want to make sure that that money is going to make you money. Whether that's trading, whether that's property, whether that's some form of investing or a business, make sure that that money is going to make you more money in the future.
Yeah.
And that's why rich people stay rich and get richer, is because they do that with their money rather than just spending it.
Yeah, and everyone should read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is all about assets versus liabilities.
Yeah.
And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, there we are.
Do we have an answer? What we're going to do? Other than see Adele?
Adele, Taylor Swift, and then be sensible and make more money.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah?
Cool.
Okay.
We need to do a snack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot that.
Okay.
So, magic time.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
Here we
There we
are.
go. Right, should we do a double reveal?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ooh!
Ooh.
Hello.
Look what I brought you.
Oh, thank you so much. So I have got an 89p chocolatey flapjack.
Can you eat flapjack?
Yeah, because it's oats.
Okay.
Generally, I will double check it. Yeah, that's all good.
Great.
So I can eat that, yeah, which is lovely.
And I've got Jack's Apple pencils.
Ah,
2 for £2.
lovely jubbly.
Very good. I'm expecting sour.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Ooh. With a fondant centre.
It looks very nice. Don't know quite
Oh.
how to do this. It's quite crumbly.
It's harder than I expected.
That's what she said. Mine's quite nice. It's hard to go wrong with like oat, sugar, chocolate, and syrup, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you can eat that. I'm really happily surprised, though.
Well, it's not got nuts in.
Good. My surprise is 9. Taste 3.5.
Okay, not great then. My surprise is, well, you've been on a bit of a sweet treat thing this time round, so I'm going to say surprise 5. Taste also 5. Very middle of the road. Not offensive. Not anything to write home about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to up our game next time.
I know we are. Yeah. So, thank you all for joining us on this episode of the Star Trading Podcast.
Bye-bye.